Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, bringing you guys a new video. So today I'm going to be bringing you all my top 8 favorite zones on Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn and Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to start off saying that there will be spoilers for this video, so you have been warned. And anyways guys, let's get onto the video. Here we go. Number 8, Mor Dhona. Aside from the lore, the rugged city of Mor Dhona, which is cool as hell, I mind you, and the vendors that give out both the Ironworks gear and the gear for Bahamut, the rest of the zone just didn't really do much for me. Now, I understand that the zone is supposed to be a battle-scarred and war-torn land, but the zone just felt kinda boring to quest in and do fates in. Now, I understand it's supposed to be a little bit barren because of the Battle of Cardano and Bahamut practically destroying half of Mor Dhona, but it just wasn't my favorite zone to level in. But it's still on my list because, as I mentioned in the beginning, those 3 things are the reason why I like Mor Dhona. Number 7, the East Shroud in the Black Shroud. Now, aside from the sylphs in this zone, which I find to be incredibly annoying, I like this zone because of the mysterious forest that resides within this zone once you reach level 50. But before level 50, this zone is just, well, it's just kind of there, I guess, to get through some of the quests. Now, one of my favorite parts of the zone is the Trial Thorn March, where you fight the primal Good King Mogomog 12. And just the hilarity of this boss and the Nightmare Before Christmas sound theme to this boss fight was definitely one of my favorite parts of this zone. Number 6, Azys Lla in Albathia. Now, even though I only really visited this zone because of the last few levels to level up in the game, and the story quests of Heavensward, I really did like the zone because of the quests that took place, primarily the storyline quests. Now, the ones I liked in the particular order was near the end where you fight Imperial forces, and it's basically where the last duties take place in. And Azys Lla, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so sorry. It has kind of like a very hopeless and very deserted ruins of a former empire kind of feel. But what annoys me about the zone and why it's so low on my list is the fact that you get all the areas attuned just by progressing through the main storyline quest. Now, I don't like how they just handed you that, but I guess they're just trying to make things convenient for the players who just want to get through the story and start raiding, I guess. Number 5, the Sea of Clouds in Albathia. So, this zone is one of the largest zones in the expansion and even the entire game, and it's one of the most visually pleasing zones in the game for me. Especially when you find all the aether currents in the zone, and just flying through it all is just really satisfying and beautiful. But if you aren't able to use flying mounts in this zone is rather difficult to navigate, especially for beginners of the zone who are going through it and questing through it for the very first time. Number 4, Western Noscea. When I was a low level on my rogue entering Aleport for the first time, I fell in love with the music that played in Aleport, and it's probably one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. The rest of the zone is pretty interesting. This is the zone where you unlock the first dungeon, which is Satasha, and once you are around level 45 to 50, the Sahagan land base is a pretty cool place to explore too. The land place is also one of the places you have to go, I believe, for the questline in which you unlock the ninja relic weapon, the Yoshimitsu. Number 3, the Dravanian Forelands. 3 words about this zone: wild chocobos, badass soundtrack, and dragons. What more could you ask for a zone? The Dravania Hinterlands is a kick-ass zone too, but the reasons why I picked the Forelands instead of the latter is because the lore that you learn about Dravania during the story quests and about the conflict between Ishgard and the dragons is just amazing. And I don't really have much to say about this. I don't know, it's just kind of like one of these zones that I just like. For no particular reason. I mean, I like it for some reasons, but I don't have as much reasons as I do with the other zones I like. And I also like how the environment of this zone manages to be rustic and pretty at the same time. Number 2, Eastern Noscea. Okay, so you have a beach with a bar and a ninja dojo in this zone. The best combinations both possible for a zone in this game. But seriously, I fucking love this zone. I mean, you've got Costa del Sol. You've got a beach with relaxing music, with nice walks on the beach, and a nice sand where you can relax on in a video game. And then on the western side of Eastern Noscea, you have Wineports, which is a small town that distributes, well, you guessed it, wine. But south of Wineport lies the Ninja Dojo, where the ninja questline takes place, and it's a really good questline. We are finally at the last spot on my list. Can I get a drum roll, please? Number 1, Coerthas Central Highlands. We are finally at the last spot on my list, the Coerthas Central Highlands. Now, I had a lot of difficulty placing either this zone or the Western Highlands of Coerthas from the Heavensward expansion, but I eventually decided with this zone instead because of my personal preference. Now, I've always been a fan of snowy areas in games, for like Skyrim. I loved Skyrim. And when I leveled up before I could access Heavensward areas, I always wanted to see more of what lied in Coerthas and Ishgard. And it always kept me anticipated, like, okay, I've only got like 20 more quests to do and then I can access the Heavensward areas. Oh my god, yes! But there are many things I enjoy about this zone. The aesthetics, the NPCs, the environment of the zone, and as I said, more NPCs like Harshaphon, who is probably one of my favorite characters in the game. Alright, but to sum it all up, this is my personal favorite zone in Final Fantasy XIV. Now, this has been my list. Anyways, guys, I hope you all liked this video. Be sure to give a like if you like it. And if you want to see more content like this, place your comments down below. What are your favorite zones in this game? Feel free to comment it, and I will see you all next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. You guys are awesome. Umbruhh out.